Kar Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Brakate Howard, Brakate Howard Shai, Brakate Howard, Brakate Howard Shai, Brakate Howard, Brakate Howard Shai, Thawada, Kwam Yasharala. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach us truth, 100% truth. The title of this lesson is going to be Secretly Destroyed. And first precept is going to come out 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 1. But there were also false prophets among the people, just as there will be false teachers among you. They will secretly introduce destructive heresies, even denying the sovereign Lord, Yahweh, who bought them, bringing swift destruction on themselves. And we have a lot of secret societies amongst our people, man. You so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We have people who have made a pledge. You know, they do these seances with these underground groups. And they pledge their allegiance to these devils, man. And they secretly work against you. They really COINTELPRO against our people, because they don't see Yahweh Shai coming back, man. They don't see their deliverance, so they seek their reward from these devils, man. They seek their rewards right now, on this side. And therefore they're going to be rewarded with a brutal destruction when the Lord comes back, man. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 2. And many shall fall their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. So many people are going to follow after these false leaders, thinking that, they're going to help them succeed and, develop in the society. But the whole time, all they're doing is really undermining them as a whole, man. Trying to follow, and believing in these devils, man. And these devils, they worship evil demon, spiritual demon Satan on the left-hand side, man. The book of Psalms, chapter 64, verse 2 through 6. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their arrows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Like throwing rocks and hiding their hands, man. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thoughts of every one of them, and the heart is deep. And that's what takes us back to Esau, Edom from the beginning. They had these secret organizations, so-called Masons, the church houses, and from these churches and so on, and where they secretly knew to hide the fact that, you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true Israelites, man. You're the true people of the Lord. And over these Black organizations, they have what they call the Boule. And this here, is supposed to be their insignia. And now I saw this on the TikTok video. Then they were saying, and I knew that it looked pretty familiar. And I remember, like they were saying on the TikTok video, LeBron James has that same insignia on his chest. The lion with the wings, and it's kind of very similar to this. He's Boule. All those athletes, entertainers, and people who influencers in our society, man. Most of them, if not all of them, are tied into these secret organizations, the Boule, and even these gangs, man, that rule and run these ghettos, man. They all ran by the Masons. It all goes back to them, the so-called Blood, Crips, and all these other wicked organizations, man. Their top heads, man, they belong to these organizations as well. So they have their hands in control of everything that's wicked, man, that's going on here in the earth. And therefore they're able to maintain their control and then control the masses of our people through these, pretty much call them guess you can call them gatekeepers or overseers of our people. And I have a lot of family members that's tied to these organizations. Maybe some of them unwillingly or unknowingly, unknowingly, but through a lot of these Greek sorority organizations, a lot of them, all of them tied in. You have Martin Luther King, all these so-called leaders, man, that's supposed to be leaders of our people. They serve their purpose, man, and you saw what the reward is. Once Esau Edom was finished with his tools, man, you discard them. You got these Shaquille O'Neals and Charles Barkley's, all these people, man, they all tied into these boulets, man. They gatekeep our people. Isaiah chapter 28, verse 18. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, LeBron James, he has that tattoo on his chest, man. That's supposed to be the insignia for the boulet, it's the black boulet. And it all ties back to the Greek organizations and all that shit, man. All that is to hold you Jakes further in captivity. But the Lord is going to break up that covenant, man. You Jakes, you took your prize on this side, man. The Lord is going to reward you for your disobedience, for you being a traitor to your people. Isaiah chapter 28, verse 18. And you're covenant with death. Covenant means agreement with death. Death talking about these Edomites, man, these devils. Your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then shall they be trodden down by it. So when all hell break loose, man, these wicked overlords, overseers of our people, they think they're going to be in good hands, man. You hear what's these guys, these black boulets, Rick, what's his name, Rick Ross. He's talking about he's gonna build up a bunker, man. That shit ain't gonna save you niggas, man. That your money and shit's not gonna save you when all hell break loose, man. When them ICBM missiles hit, like Elder Apostle Tahar said, man, that's gonna be his microwave coffin. That nigga gonna get nuked in that so-called elaborate bunker that he's building, that he's gonna be able to park his cars in and all that shit, man. Somebody shit's gonna have a garage. Yeah, you niggas, man. You don't have a fear of the Lord, man. You don't believe that the Lord is coming back. Jeremiah chapter 18, verse 23. Yet, Lord Yahweh, thou knowest all their counsel against me to slay me. Forgive not their iniquity, neither blot out their sin from thy sight. But let them be overthrown before thee. Deal thus with them in the time of thine anger. So we cry out to the Lord, man. And you see these devils on TV all the time, these wicked ass niggas of our people, man, these influencers. And, it's vexing as hell to see them, in their mind, they think they thriving, but really it's just pieces of crumbs that these Edomites give them, man. It's just crumbs from the damn table that he throws at them. And, they lap that shit right on up, selling their soul in the process. And they do all type of wicked shit behind closed doors, man. Behind the wall, wall of secrecy that they try to keep, But the Lord has gotten so many times, he's exposing these devils for who they are, man. These wicked niggas of our people. He's exposing them, man. And that's just the beginning of it. So all that shit they're doing in the dark, the Lord is going to bring to the light, man. And they're gonna walk down with their head down. That proud spirit that they have on themselves, because they see themselves being over the majority of our people. They're gonna be dumbfounded when the day of the Lord comes back, because that gold and silver and all that shit is not going to save them, man. Esau is going to throw them out to the wolves. Jeremiah chapter 18, verse 23. Yet, Lord Yahweh, thou knowest all their counsel against me, and slay me. Shalak is repeating it again. Slay me. Forgive not their iniquity. Don't forgive them for what they do, man. Neither blot out the sin from thy sight, but let them be overthrown before thee. Just let the Lord use them as an example, Lord. Deal thus with them in the time of thy anger. So we're going to go to the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 2 through 6. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. They that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together for one consent, they are confederate against thee. So you can, as a Jake, man, you can say that you a Muslim, you can say that you Buddha, you know, you're into Buddhism or any other thing, but just don't say you're an Israelite, man. Then, you know, and all hell break loose, even amongst our people, man. They don't want to hear that shit. They don't want you to tell them that you the Lord's chosen people. For they have consulted together with one consent. All these other nations, they know who we are. They confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes. So all these nations, they conspired together against us, man, and they use our own people to do it, to further the affliction. Psalms chapter 55, verse 12 through 13. For it was not an enemy that reproached me, but then could I have borne it. Neither was it he that hated me that did magnify himself against me, then I would have hid myself from him. But it was thou, a man my equal, my guide, my acquaintance. So a lot of your enemies, man, when you find out it's your own family members, man, that's praying against you, that's praying to keep you controlling the society, especially when you come out and they know that you're not conforming to their ways, you know, by not eating pork, and they see something different in you. They you know, they're gonna be against you, man. And they're gonna side with the enemy. And therefore in that time, you know, these last days, man, don't be surprised if your family be the same ones that's gonna turn you in. And you know, it's a hard thing to bear when you know it's your loved ones. You know, it may be a father or mother or sister or brother that's going to turn you in. And that's a hard thing to bear, because it's easy to bear when you know who your enemy is, you know, these other nations. But when your own people come against you, man, it's hard to digest, man. But we have to get over that. That's why the Lord's preparing us for that time. That's why he's warning us, man. Don't take and console and believing that your people, your own family is going to be there to, you know, going to support you in these times, man. They're going to be the ones that's going to turn you in. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 18. Neither their silver nor their gold was able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. So the Lord is going to bring them ICBM nuclear missiles, man, and he's going to shoot those nuclear warheads, and they're going to land over here. And 2/3 of our people, even in those bunkers that they're going to build, these influences, man, that shit ain't going to save you, man. That's just going to be like a microwave oven, man. It's going to heat you right on up until it melts you. Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord. This also include influences, you know. But the sheep, you know, like these false pastors out here, you know, they sign a 501c3. You know, they all tied in. Most of them are Masons. Most of them, you know, they tie in their allegiance to Babylon the Great, man. They're Babylonians. They're pretty much heathens, and they're going to be treated as heathen. And they're going to lead 2/3 of our people to their destruction. And these pastors know, you know, we hate what they're doing, but they have their purpose, man. They're here to, the Lord set them out to scatter the sheep, man, to send them to their destruction. The ones that's not going to listen. Same as it was when Yahweh was here over 2,000 years ago. The same setup, man. These same spirits right back here today. And they're going to be destroyed, man. They're going to get their reward, you know, when the Lord come back this second time, man. Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 14. I have seen also in the prophets of Jerusalem a horrible thing. They commit adultery, walk in lies. They strengthen also the hands of the evildoers. So they align themselves with these other nations, man, mainly with Esau, Edom. So they help to strengthen and forward his kingdom. They don't want to see our kingdom come in. Talking about our people. That none doth return from his wickedness. They all of them unto me as Sodom, and inhabitants therefore as Gomorrah. So the Lord is going to do them same as he did in Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Fire and brimstone. ICBM missiles, man, with the warheads. These new inventions, man. All that shit's going to be turned loose on you Jakes, man. Not to mention Jacob's trouble and the pestilence and the plagues. All that shit, man, you 2/3, man, is signed up for. When you sign that allegiance with these devils, man, really you signed your death warrant, man. And you're going to be destroyed. Doing all that shit in those closed buildings, man, don't have windows and all the wicked, abominable things that you do, man. Don't think the Lord didn't see what you was doing, man. All you did was mark yourself. Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 21. I have not sent these prophets, yet they ran. I have not spoken to them, yet they prophesied. Verse 23 and 25. I have heard what they prophesy and said, that prophecy lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed, I have dreamed. And who was that took the Lord's words and used that same thing, man? MLK, Martin Luther King, who a lot of our people look up to, man. He wasn't really, just telling you he wasn't nothing but a sellout. The Lord didn't send him. The Lord didn't send Martin Luther King, man. So all these people, man, W. Du Bois, all them jokers, man, all of them have been used to help keep you Jakes, man, in captivity. You 2/3 niggas, man. Really, you niggas, man. That's what you are. You're going to be destroyed. And now they use these modern day influencers to do the same thing. The Lord said he didn't send them. He have not spoken to them, but they prophecy in his name, man. Not in his name. They give you a false name. They give you Jesus Christ, man. They give you this white image in your head that they planted, and they help forward that thinking in your mind, man, to keep you off track. They keep you away from your power. Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 27. Which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal. So what did they do? They took the name of the Lord, man, and they gave you a new name. They gave him a name talking about Jesus Christ, man. That's not his name. When you think of Jesus Christ, you think of that white image, that blonde hair, blue eyes, man. And these false prophets, and that they continue that lie, man. But we know the true name of the Lord. We know the Father, Yahweh, and the Son being Yahushua. We see the dark image, man, that melanated image. And that should be the image that we should appear in our minds when we think of Yahushua. Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 40. And I will bring an everlasting reproach upon you, and all perpetual shame, which shall not be forgotten. So Lord ain't forget. He's not going to forget, man. And it's going to be a shame, when the Lord comes back and he bring you back in the kingdom, man, because you sided with these devils, man. You was a turncoat. You was a sellout. These Steve Harveys, all these man influencers, man, all of them, these Charlemagne the gods, all these people, man, they use them as COINTELPRO to keep you Jakes constantly believing in this system, man, to keep you destroyed. They want to keep you tied to the system. That's their main purpose, man. Thinking that you got hope in this system that you're going to overcome. Selling you that false hope that eventually Esau Edom, these devils, man, going to find in his heart that he's going to change from who he is, man. He's going to change his stripes, he's going to change his pattern, man, and become the good guy. The Lord has already written this man out what his script is going to be. It's already programmed in his DNA who he is. He's the wicked, man. He can't change who he is, man. Same as what has the scripture says. Same as the leopard can't change his pattern. Same with Esau Edom, he can't change his ways. It's who he is, man. Ezekiel chapter 7 verse 19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh. They shall not satisfy their soul, neither fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity. So that's their stumbling block, man. Their riches. They think them riches going to save, man. They think they're going to fly away and go to another continent, going to be saved. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. Who are enemies that we were sold to? Esau Edom. We were sold to Esau Edom by the Hamites over there in Africa. Those are not our people. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of our people did sell us to these Edomites, but mostly it was the Hamites, you know. But some of our people, too, that was over there on the west coast of Africa as well. We got those same sellout, those same turncoats here today, man. The same spirit still selling our people out, still selling our people to our enemies. They're doing the same thing, man, those same spirits. For bond men and bond women, and no man shall buy you. And one of the things they like to preach and they talk about is, you know, these sororities and these, you know, these different groups and organizations is, you know, black excellence, you know, black excellence. There ain't no black excellence in Esau society, man. We are servants of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. You know, if you do pretty good, it's because the Lord ordained for you to do pretty good, man. But you know, this is not our rest, man. Our rest is coming. We want to get our reward, you know, when the Lord comes back. Hell with anything in this kingdom, man. Of course, we want to be comfortable enough where we don't have to be in need of everything. But you know, we want our reward on the other side, man. That the Lord has promised us, man. We're going to have rulership over the whole world. We're going to be judges, man. We're going to be immortals, man. We're going to be ruled over these other heathen nations, and we're going to get this earth back on the right step again. Yeah, black excellence. Many of our so-called leaders are compromised conspirators, helping to push the agendas of their white Edomite overlords to rule over them. For a small scrap from their master's pie, better known as sellouts, bootlickers, gatekeepers, overseers, Judas goats. The list goes on and on, man. These people, man, they're not for you. Yeah, they get up there and pretend like they're there for you, like they want to see you do okay. But their main objective, man, is keeping this system going, keeping this white supremacy going. And you just taking whatever scraps that these devils going to give you, because they're afraid of Esau Edom more than they're afraid of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. And so that day's going to come, man. The Lord's going to bring true fear to our people. They're going to realize that these devils, man, can't save them. You know, you saw a small inkling of it when that C-19 came out. Who did our people run to, man? They ran to these devils for help. At the same time, he injected them with that venom juice, and they'll tell them what the end result is that going to be. You see every day, you know, a lot of our jakes falling out from that shit, having all type of complications. So with that being said, man, all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. Pray this lesson was edifying. With that, I say shalom.